Because having to do that later, not to say impossible, just harder. And to be clear, some of you guys are in that position. You're like, dude, I got a wife and kids and now I'm going to start my thing. Amazing. It's going to be harder for you. Here's the plus side. You got more experience. So you can be more strategic with your effort. That's the pro. You look at every, pro athlete, it's like by the end of their careers, they're conserving their energy better. They make the right, they strike at the right times. Their technique is better, right? But they don't have the sheer power. They don't have the sheer strength they had, their quickness, the flexibility they had in their youth. And that's what expands people's careers. Because in the youth, you don't have the experience, you don't have the technique, you don't have this, but you have all these other things. And that's what creates longer, and it changes how people fight, how people do anything. And so every position has advantages and disadvantages. And so I'll say this one other point, and then I'll move to my next point, which is this. Every position on the board has an advantage, right? If you have nothing to lose, then you have nothing to lose. If you're like, I have nothing, it means you have nothing to lose. I don't know how to say that differently. And see, the idea that you were in the position where you can literally take endless, unlimited lottery tickets from life, which means you try and you try and you try and you try because your downside is zero. You have nothing to lose. And so fear comes from having something to lose. And so in order to be fearless, we have to come to the realization that nothing in this world belonged to you to begin with. We're just passers-by. Even if you accumulate whatever assets you think you are, you just push your chips back at the end of the game anyways. And so it's just the game.